Hey guys, it's Miss Gossidas again. Welcome back. Okay, as usual, every morning, quick reminder, do not forget to write your heading, name, date, grade, and section. Also your objective and your I can statement. Our objective for class today is to understand the plot in literature. And our I can statement is I can recognize the importance of the plot in a story. So we are still talking about The Brave Little Toaster, which is a science fiction story written by Cory Doctorow. Now, don't forget our essential question. Does technology improve or control our lives? Remember that we always have to remember our essential question because this is the question for our entire unit. And at the end, we have to really have a good answer for that after analyzing the stories that we've read. Okay, our quick start activity. When you think about technology, you might not think of simple machines like toasters. So I want you to make a list of ways a toaster makes your life easier. I'd say 5 minimum, 7 maximum. So list 5 to 7 ways a toaster makes your life easier, because it does, guys, in a lot of ways. Okay, so as I said earlier in our I can statement and our objective for class today, we're going to be talking about plot. A story's plot is a series of events that usually centers on a conflict or problem. The way the main character responds to this conflict depends on his or her motivations. And when we talk about motivations, it's what the character wants, as well as their traits or their qualities. As the character takes action to solve the problem, a series of causes and effects leads to the story's climax or its most intense moment and to the resolution of the conflict. As you read, ask yourself what motivates the main character's actions. And you can use a chart like this one to track causes and effects. Now, for us to understand cause and effect a little better, I came up with a little video for you guys. So we're going to see this right now, and I'll go explaining to you guys. So, cause and effect. Now, when we talk about cause and effect, what are they in reality? So let's think about that. The cause is the why something happened, and the effect is what happened. The cause happens first, but does not always come first in sentences and texts. Look for these keywords to help you find cause and effect in text. Because, since, so, if, then, before, and after. Here's an example. Angela was happy because she got to eat cake for dessert. Who wouldn't be, right? Angela was happy because she got to eat cake for dessert. The cause was Angela got to eat cake for dessert, and the effect of that was that Angela was happy. Here is another way to say it. Angela got to eat cake for dessert, so she was happy. Now, the cause, Angela got to eat cake for dessert, is before the effect, Angela was happy, in the sentence, but the cause and effect are still the same. Let's try another. What's that? Buster saw a UFO in the air, and then he started screaming. Cause, Buster saw a UFO in the air. Effect, Buster started screaming. Let's say it in another way. Buster started screaming since he saw a UFO in the air. Cause, Buster saw a UFO in the air. Effect, Buster started screaming. The cause and effect are the same, but come in a different order in the sentence. If Stephen takes out the trash, then he will get his allowance. The cause, him taking out the trash. The effect will be him getting his allowance. Before Stephen gets his allowance, before Stephen can get his allowance, he must take out the trash. Again, the order is different, but you still have the same result. By taking out the trash, he gets his allowance. Now, here are a few things to remember. 1, the cause is why something happened, and the effect is what happened. 2, the cause happens first, but does not always come first in sentences and text. And 3, look for the keywords because, since, so, if, then, before, and after to help
Using
identify.
Powtoon.
Thank you, Powtown. Okay. So that was just an extra to help you guys understand what cause and effect is. I hope that cleared it up a little bit for you guys. Now we're going to focus a little bit on analyzing science fiction. In science fiction, writers explore ways in which science and technology might affect people and the world. The writer combines scientific facts with ideas from his or her imagination to create a believable setting. Science fiction is often set in the future, but it also may describe an alternative past or present. When you read science fiction, you must use details in the text to draw a conclusion about when and where the story took place. Now, as you read The Brave Little Toaster, ask yourself these questions. What elements of the story are familiar from today's world? That's basically asking you, what similarities can you see in the story with things that have happened right now in the world? What parts are from the writer's imagination? This means like the idea came completely from his head, like his imagination. He created all of that, or she. Does the story take place in the future or in an alternative version of the past or present? Why does it say alternative? Because it could be happening in the past and the present, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it actually happened. That's why it's called alternative. What effect does technology in the story have on the characters? And what ideas or messages does the story convey about technology? You can use text features to get an idea of the topics in a text. They can also help you locate the controlling idea or thesis statement and its supporting evidence. As you read, you will note the author's use of text features. Now, another thing that you guys need to focus on when we're talking about science fiction, there are certain elements in this genre, and one of the types of text you usually get is informational text, because let's face it, science fiction does have science in it, so you still get information that's important. So here are a couple of those elements. Includes the basic elements of fiction, setting, characters, plot, conflict, and theme. Combines real scientific facts and theories with imaginative elements. So here's what I just said, right? There is science in there, even though there are also other ideas when it comes to it, like parts of imagination. May comment on the present world by imagining a possible future, and may convey a message about the effects or consequences of technology. So these are a couple of things you'll find in this genre. Okay, guys, so start reading that story, The Brave Little Toaster. I recommend it. It's a classic. There's also a movie out. Well, it came out a long time ago. I was a very, very young kid. Maybe we'll get a chance to watch it. Who knows? Have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.